What if I told you that the key to feeling vibrant, strong, and sharp well into your golden years is sitting right on your plate? As we age, our bodies whisper to us in ways they never have before, a little more stiffness here, a touch of fatigue there. These changes aren't just signs of time passing, they're invitations to pay closer attention to how we nourish ourselves. Imagine waking up each morning with energy to spare, moving through your day with ease, and keeping your mind as sharp as ever. The secret? It's not a magic pill or a complicated routine, it's nutrition. Eating well doesn't just add years to your life, it adds life to your years. It's the foundation for everything from preventing chronic illness to improving mental clarity and staying connected to the people and activities you love. In this guide, we're diving deep into the science and practicality of eating for a healthier, more vibrant life. Whether you're looking to keep up with your grandkids, rediscover hobbies you thought you'd left behind, or simply feel your best every day, this is for you. Stay with us, because by the end, you'll not only understand the why behind nutrition but also know the how with actionable tips, real-life examples, and inspiration to make lasting changes. The importance of nutrition in aging, physical health, building a strong foundation. Imagine your body as a house. Over the years, that house faces wear and tear, its foundation weakens, the walls crack, and repairs are needed. For seniors, proper nutrition acts like a skilled repair team, reinforcing that foundation and extending the life of the house. Without it, common health issues like osteoporosis, cardiovascular disease, and type 2 diabetes can take hold. Take osteoporosis, for instance. As bones lose density with age, the risk of fractures skyrockets. Calcium and vitamin D are the construction crew here, ensuring your bones stay strong. Picture Ms. Linda, a 68-year-old retiree who loved gardening but started feeling pain in her hips. After a routine checkup, her doctor found signs of bone thinning. Instead of stopping her favorite activity, she began incorporating more calcium-rich foods like yogurt, fortified almond milk, and leafy greens into her meals. Within a year, not only did her bone scans improve, but she was also back in her garden, stronger than before. Then there's cardiovascular health, a major concern for aging adults. Your heart is like the engine of your body, and it needs premium fuel to keep running smoothly. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in fatty fish like salmon, play a critical role in reducing inflammation and maintaining healthy cholesterol levels. Mr. James, a 72-year-old grandfather, swapped his love of fried snacks for baked salmon and avocado toast. Within 6 months, his cholesterol levels dropped, and his daily walks felt easier. Proof that small changes can make a big difference. Finally, type 2 diabetes, a silent epidemic among older adults. Stabilizing blood sugar levels becomes crucial. And fiber-rich foods like oats, lentils, and whole grains are key. For Mrs. Tran, who had grown up eating white rice with every meal, switching to brown rice and quinoa was a challenge at first. But after seeing her blood sugar stabilize and feeling less fatigued throughout the day, she embraced these changes wholeheartedly. Mental health, nourishing the mind. Your brain is like a supercomputer that never stops working, even as you sleep. But as we age, it needs proper maintenance to prevent glitches. A well-balanced diet is like a software update for the brain, keeping it sharp and running smoothly. Antioxidants, such as those found in berries and dark chocolate, protect the brain from oxidative stress. Think of 70-year-old Elaine, who began struggling with memory lapses and losing focus during conversations. Her granddaughter introduced her to brain food, and Elaine started adding blueberries to her breakfast every morning. Over time, she noticed improvements. Not only was she remembering more, but she also felt a renewed sense of confidence when chatting with friends. Omega-3 fatty acids, particularly DHA, are another crucial component of mental health. These healthy fats help improve communication between brain cells, reducing the risk of cognitive decline. Walnuts, chia seeds, and fatty fish are like the brain's favorite snacks. Mr. Henry, a retired professor, began adding a handful of walnuts to his daily routine and reported feeling sharper during his afternoon chess games. Let's not forget vitamin B12, often called the energy vitamin. Deficiencies in B12 are linked to fatigue, irritability, and even depression. Mr. George, who struggled with persistent fatigue, discovered he was B12 deficient. Adding eggs, fortified cereals, and a B12 supplement to his diet helped him regain his energy and rekindle his passion for woodworking. Immunity, your natural shield. As we age, our immune system becomes like an old umbrella, less effective at shielding us from the storms of life. Proper nutrition, however, can reinforce that shield, keeping infections and illnesses at bay. Take vitamin C for example, found in citrus fruits, bell peppers, and strawberries. It's like the umbrella's waterproof coating, making it more resilient. Ms. Rosa, who often fell sick during flu season, began drinking a glass of fresh orange juice every morning, and adding red peppers to her salads. That year, she avoided her usual winter cold altogether. Vitamin D is another essential player, often referred to as the sunshine vitamin. It helps activate the immune system and supports bone health. Mr. Min, a retired fisherman in his 70s, made it a habit to sit in the morning sun for 15 minutes daily while enjoying his tea. Combined with vitamin D-rich foods like fortified milk and eggs, his immune health improved, and he felt more energized. Zinc, often overlooked, is like the immune system's maintenance crew. Found in pumpkin seeds, lean meats, and shellfish, it plays a vital role in fighting off infections. For Mrs. Helen, a 74-year-old baker, adding zinc-rich nuts to her daily snack routine reduced her recovery time after catching the occasional cold. A holistic view of nutrition in aging. Each nutrient has a role to play, and they work together like a well-orchestrated team. When seniors prioritize balanced, nutrient-dense meals, they're not just preventing illness, they're enhancing their quality of life. Whether it's Linda gardening with stronger bones, Elaine winning trivia games with a sharper mind, or Rosa skipping her winter cold, the benefits of proper nutrition are real and life-changing. Small, consistent changes, like adding a handful of walnuts, swapping white rice for quinoa, or spending time in the sun, can build a strong foundation for a healthier, happier life. And the best part, these changes don't just extend life, they improve the quality of each day, making every moment richer and more fulfilling. Key nutrients for seniors, the building blocks of healthy aging. Let's face it, as we age, our bodies don't quite work the way they used to. Muscles weaken, bones become brittle, and digestion slows down. But here's the good news, The right nutrients can act as powerful tools to counter these changes. These aren't just buzzwords from nutrition books, they're lifesavers. Helping seniors maintain their independence, vitality, and zest for life. Let's dive into the must-have nutrients for older adults. Why they matter, and how they can be incorporated into daily meals. 1. Protein, the secret to staying strong. Picture this, you're watching your favorite elderly uncle, once an avid hiker, struggle to climb a small hill. The culprit: sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss. Protein is your best defense here. It's like the scaffolding that keeps your body upright and moving. Without enough protein, seniors can lose strength, mobility, and even their confidence. Take Ms. Anne, a 70-year-old yoga enthusiast. She noticed her muscles weakening despite staying active. By adding an extra boiled egg to breakfast and grilled tofu to her dinner, she felt stronger within weeks. Protein-rich foods like lean chicken, beans, and yogurt also became staples, giving her the boost she needed to return to her favorite yoga poses. Pro tip: aim for about 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily. For a 150-pound senior, that's roughly 68 to 82 grams of protein, easily met with an omelette for breakfast, a turkey sandwich for lunch, and a hearty lentil soup for dinner. 2. Calcium and vitamin D, the guardians of bone health. Imagine your skeleton as a bridge. Over time, that bridge wears down, and without proper maintenance, it starts to crumble. That's osteoporosis in a nutshell. Calcium and vitamin D are the maintenance crew, ensuring that bones stay sturdy and resilient. Mrs. Linda, a retired teacher, was devastated when she fractured her wrist after a small fall. Her doctor recommended she boost her calcium and vitamin D intake. She started drinking fortified almond milk with her morning oatmeal, snacking on low-fat cheese, and incorporating salmon into her dinners. Not only did her bone density improve, but she also felt more energetic and confident walking in her garden. Fun tip: pair calcium-rich foods with vitamin D. For example, enjoy a salmon salad with a sprinkle of grated parmesan and a side of steamed broccoli. And don't forget to soak up 10 to 15 minutes of morning sunlight for an added vitamin D boost. 3. Fiber, the unsung hero of digestion. Let's talk about something we don't discuss enough: constipation. It's uncomfortable, it's common, and it can drastically affect quality of life for seniors. Fiber is the superhero here, keeping things moving smoothly and promoting a healthy gut. Mr. Henry, a widower in his late 60s, found himself frequently bloated and uncomfortable after meals. After consulting a dietitian, he started adding fiber-rich whole grains like quinoa and oatmeal to his diet, along with colorful vegetables like carrots and spinach. His go-to snack became a pear or an apple, both of which are loaded with fiber. Within a month, his digestion improved, and he felt lighter and more energetic. Quick fix: combine fiber with water. Staying hydrated is key to helping fiber do its job. Think of a bowl of oatmeal topped with fresh berries and a side of green tea for a breakfast that's as delicious as it is gut-friendly. 4. Omega-3 fatty acids, brain food that heals. You've probably heard the phrase "fish is brain food." But it's not just a catchy saying, it's science. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in fatty fish, walnuts, and flax seeds, reduce inflammation, improve heart health, and keep the brain sharp. Consider Mrs. Elaine, who worried about her memory slipping as she approached 75. Her son introduced her to salmon and walnut recipes. And she began eating fish twice a week. After 6 months, she felt more focused and less forgetful during conversations with her friends. Studies back this up. Omega-3s can reduce the risk of Alzheimer's and slow cognitive decline. Creative idea: make a salmon salad sandwich with whole grain bread and a side of flaxseed crackers. It's a delicious, brain-boosting meal you'll want to eat again and again. 5. B vitamins, energy and nerve support. Have you ever felt tired for no reason? It's not just old age, it could be a vitamin B12 deficiency. B vitamins, particularly B12, support energy production, red blood cell formation, and nerve health. Without enough, seniors might feel fatigued, confused, or even experience tingling in their hands and feet. Take Mr. George, an 80-year-old carpenter who had always been full of energy. Suddenly, he found himself napping during the day and unable to focus on his woodworking projects. His doctor discovered a B12 deficiency, common in older adults. By adding fortified cereals, eggs, and a B12 supplement to his diet, George was back in his workshop, crafting birdhouses for his grandchildren. Easy addition: scramble 2 eggs for breakfast. Enjoy a bowl of fortified cereal. Or snack on a hard-boiled egg in the afternoon. These simple choices can make a world of difference. How to bring it all together? Creating a nutrient-packed day for seniors doesn't have to be complicated. Here's a sample meal plan. Breakfast: scrambled eggs with spinach and whole grain toast, plus a glass of fortified milk. Lunch: grilled salmon with quinoa, steamed broccoli, and a slice of fresh orange. Snack: Greek yogurt topped with walnuts and a drizzle of honey. Dinner: lentil soup with a side salad of leafy greens, cucumbers, and olive oil. Dessert: a handful of dark chocolate-covered almonds for a sweet, nutrient-packed treat. By focusing on these key nutrients, seniors can feel stronger, sharper, and more vibrant than ever before. With just a few tweaks to their daily meals, they're not just eating, they're thriving. Overcoming common challenges. Aging often comes with unique challenges that can make maintaining a healthy diet feel like climbing a mountain. But here's the thing: with a little creativity, and the right strategies, these challenges can become manageable stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Whether it's a loss of appetite, dental issues, or a limited budget, every problem has a solution. Let's explore these challenges in detail and uncover actionable ways to overcome them, with real-life stories to inspire you. 1. Loss of appetite: making every bite count. As we age, our sense of taste and smell can decline, making food less appealing. Couple that with reduced physical activity and certain medications, and you've got a recipe for a dwindling appetite. But here's the trick: focus on small, nutrient-dense meals that pack a punch. Take Mrs. Carroll, for instance. At 75, she found herself skipping meals because nothing seemed appetizing. Her granddaughter introduced her to smoothies, a simple way to pack in nutrients without overwhelming her. Carol's favorite recipe: Greek yogurt, a handful of frozen berries, a spoonful of almond butter, and a dash of protein powder. It was quick, delicious, and gave her the energy to get through her gardening sessions. Another great option is snacking on foods like boiled eggs, cheese cubes, or peanut butter on whole grain crackers. These small, Manageable portions can make eating less intimidating while providing essential nutrients. 2. Dental issues, soft foods. Big impact. Chewing becomes a challenge for many seniors due to dental problems. From sensitive gums to ill-fitting dentures. But this doesn't mean meals have to be boring. Softer foods can be just as flavorful and satisfying. Take Mr. John. A retired mechanic who struggled to eat his beloved steak dinners after dental surgery. Instead of giving up his protein, he switched to scrambled eggs, tender shredded chicken, and mashed sweet potatoes. His favorite comfort food became a hearty bowl of chicken noodle soup loaded with soft veggies like carrots and zucchini. Blended soups and stews are lifesavers here, offering a way to enjoy a variety of ingredients in an easy-to-eat form. For dessert, consider a creamy chia seed pudding or apple sauce, spiced with cinnamon for a warm, comforting treat. Pro tip: invest in a good blender or food processor. It can turn almost anything, from steamed vegetables to cooked fish, into a soft, easy-to-eat meal without sacrificing nutrition. 3. Budget constraints, nutrition without breaking the bank. Eating healthy doesn't have to mean spending a fortune. With a little planning, it's possible to create nutrient-rich meals on a budget. Frozen fruits and vegetables, for instance, are a game changer. They're just as nutritious as fresh produce and often more affordable. Consider Mrs. Rosa, who lives on a tight pension. She discovered she could buy a large bag of frozen mixed vegetables and use them in soups, stir-fries, or omelets throughout the week. Instead of fresh berries, she started buying frozen ones to add to her oatmeal or smoothies. Beans and lentils are another budget-friendly powerhouse, packed with protein and fiber. They're a versatile ingredient for soups, stews, or salads. Rosa's favorite meal became a lentil curry, which cost her less than $2 per serving and lasted for several meals. Shopping tip: buy in bulk when possible. Grains like rice, oats, and quinoa can be stored for months and provide excellent nutritional value. Opt for store-brand options, which are often cheaper but just as good as name brands. A practical day in the life. To bring it all together, let's see how these strategies play out in a typical day. Breakfast: a smoothie with yogurt, frozen berries, spinach, and a scoop of protein powder. For those with dental issues, try a soft scrambled egg with a slice of avocado. Lunch: a warm bowl of lentil soup paired with a slice of whole grain bread. Add a side of steamed broccoli from the freezer. Snack: a small handful of almonds or a slice of banana with peanut butter. Dinner: mashed sweet potatoes topped with shredded chicken and a side of frozen peas sautéed in olive oil. Dessert: chia seed pudding made with almond milk and a drizzle of honey. These aren't just meal ideas, they're solutions tailored to the challenges seniors face every day. By focusing on small, flavorful, and nutrient-dense foods, seniors can reclaim the joy of eating and support their health, no matter the obstacles. Remember, it's not about eating more, it's about eating smarter. Every bite counts. And with these strategies, those bites can make a world of difference. Practical tips for healthy eating. Healthy eating doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, a few simple strategies can make all the difference in transforming meals into a powerful tool for better health and happiness. Let's break this down into 3 actionable, relatable tips that will not only inspire but keep viewers hooked until the end. 1. Plan balanced meals, the plate method made simple. Imagine your plate as a work of art, divided into 3 vibrant sections: half for vegetables, a quarter for protein, and the remaining quarter for whole grains. This plate method is not just a guideline, it's a game changer for creating balanced meals that fuel the body and support overall health. Take Mr. David, a retired high school coach who struggled with maintaining energy throughout the day. His daughter taught him the plate method, and his meals transformed overnight. For lunch, instead of grabbing a fast food burger, he made a simple plate with grilled chicken, protein, a generous serving of sautéed spinach and roasted carrots, vegetables, and a scoop of brown rice, whole grains. Not only did this meal keep him full longer, but his energy levels stabilized, allowing him to enjoy his afternoon walks again. Here's a practical tip: pre-portion meals ahead of time. Cook a large batch of roasted vegetables, grill some chicken, and boil a pot of quinoa on Sunday. Store everything in containers, so assembling balanced plates becomes effortless during the week. This method ensures you always have healthy options ready, even when you're short on time. 2. Stay hydrated, the silent health booster. Did you know that many seniors mistake thirst for hunger? As we age, our body's natural thirst sensation diminishes, making dehydration a common but often overlooked issue. But staying hydrated doesn't just mean drinking more water, it's about creating hydration-friendly habits. Consider Ms. Helen, who frequently felt fatigue and dizzy but dismissed it as just getting older. Her doctor explained that mild dehydration could be the culprit. Helen started keeping a water bottle by her side at all times and set gentle reminders on her phone to take a sip every hour. She also incorporated hydrating foods like cucumbers, watermelon, and oranges into her daily snacks. Within days, Helen felt more alert, and her headaches disappeared. For seniors who don't enjoy plain water, try infused water for a splash of flavor. Add slices of lemon, mint leaves, or a handful of frozen berries for a refreshing twist. Herbal teas and broths are also excellent ways to sneak in extra hydration while enjoying variety. 3. Mindful eating, turning meals into moments. In today's fast-paced world, eating often becomes a mindless activity, distracted by phones, TV, or other devices. But for seniors, turning meals into intentional moments can do wonders for digestion and overall enjoyment. Mindful eating is about savoring each bite, listening to hunger cues, and truly appreciating the food in front of you. Take Mr. Robert, a widower who often ate his dinner in front of the TV. He realized he was rushing through meals without tasting them and often ended up overeating. His grandson encouraged him to try mindful eating. Now, Robert sets the table, eats without distractions, and focuses on the flavors and textures of his food. He's rediscovered his love for meals like roasted sweet potatoes, which he used to rush through, and has even started experimenting with new recipes to make dinner time exciting again. Here's a mindful eating exercise to try before your meal. Take a deep breath and observe your plate. Notice the colors, smells, and textures. Take your first bite slowly, letting the flavors settle on your tongue before swallowing. This small change not only enhances digestion but also turns every meal into a mini celebration of life's simplest pleasure, good food. A day of healthy eating in action. Here's how these practical tips can come together in one day. Breakfast, a balanced plate of scrambled eggs, protein, sautéed spinach, vegetables, and whole grain toast, whole grains. Add a glass of water with a slice of lemon for hydration. Lunch, grilled salmon, protein, steamed broccoli and roasted carrots, vegetables, and quinoa, whole grains. Pair it with a refreshing cucumber and mint-infused water. Dinner, a hearty lentil soup, protein and hydration. Paired with a side salad of mixed greens and a slice of whole grain bread. Take your time to savor each spoonful. By planning balanced meals, staying hydrated, and practicing mindful eating, seniors can turn everyday meals into a source of strength, comfort, and joy. These small yet impactful habits not only improve physical health but also create a sense of connection with food, with oneself, and with the world around us. It's not just about eating to live, it's about living to eat well. Specific diets for common conditions. When it comes to managing health conditions through diet, food isn't just fuel, it's medicine. The right eating plan can help reduce the risk of heart disease, stabilize blood sugar levels, and strengthen bones. Let's explore how tailored diets can tackle some of the most common health challenges seniors face, using real-life examples to keep it relatable and actionable. 1. For heart health, the DASH and Mediterranean diets. Your heart works tirelessly, and the foods you choose can either lighten or increase its load. The DASH, dietary approaches to stop hypertension, and Mediterranean diets are both champions when it comes to heart health. They emphasize fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats like olive oil and nuts. Take Mr. Richard, a retired bus driver who was told by his doctor to watch his blood pressure after a mild heart scare. His wife introduced him to the Mediterranean diet, swapping fried foods for grilled fish drizzled with olive oil and seasoning meals with fresh herbs instead of salt. Breakfast became a simple affair, Greek yogurt topped with fresh berries and walnuts. Lunch was often a colorful salad with spinach, cucumbers, tomatoes, and a sprinkle of feta cheese. Within 6 months, Richard's blood pressure improved, and he felt more energetic on his daily walks. One pro tip for heart health: add fatty fish like salmon or mackerel to your meals twice a week. The omega-3s help reduce inflammation, lower cholesterol, and protect against heart disease. 2. For diabetes, low glycemic index foods that stabilize blood sugar. Managing diabetes doesn't mean giving up your favorite foods, it's about choosing smarter alternatives. Low glycemic index, GI, foods like lentils, quinoa, and non-starchy vegetables are key because they digest slowly. Preventing blood sugar spikes. Ms. Evelyn, a retired school principal, struggled with managing her diabetes after years of eating processed snacks and white rice. Her nutritionist suggested she start with small swaps. Breakfast shifted to steel-cut oats with a handful of almonds instead of sugary cereal. Lunch became a quinoa salad loaded with chickpeas, cucumbers, and a drizzle of lemon tahini dressing. And dinner: grilled chicken with a side of roasted Brussels sprouts and a baked sweet potato. Evelyn quickly noticed she had fewer energy crashes throughout the day and needed less medication to manage her blood sugar. For a quick and satisfying diabetic-friendly snack, try hummus with sliced bell peppers or a handful of unsalted nuts. These are low GI options that keep hunger and blood sugar levels in check. 3. For bone health, calcium and vitamin K to the rescue. Bones are the scaffolding of the body, and as we age, that scaffolding needs extra support to stay strong and resilient. Calcium is the cornerstone of bone health. But without vitamin K, which helps calcium bind to bones, it can't do its job effectively. Foods like dairy products, leafy greens, and fortified plant-based milk are essential here. Meet Mrs. Margaret, an 82-year-old grandmother who suffered a hip fracture after a minor fall. Her doctor stressed the importance of bone-nourishing foods. So she adjusted her diet. Breakfast now included fortified almond milk with a small bowl of fortified cereal. For lunch, she made a hearty kale and spinach salad, topped with sliced almonds and a sprinkle of Parmesan cheese. Dinner was often baked salmon with a side of steamed broccoli and a squeeze of lemon. Not only did her bone scans show improvement over time, but Margaret also regained her confidence and started dancing again at family gatherings. Another tip for bone health: add fermented foods like sauerkraut or kimchi to your meals. They're rich in probiotics, which support gut health and improve calcium absorption. A day of targeted eating. Here's how these diets can look in action for someone balancing heart health, diabetes, and bone health. Breakfast: a bowl of steel cut oats topped with blueberries, chia seeds, and a splash of fortified almond milk. Pair it with a cup of green tea. Lunch: a Mediterranean-style quinoa salad with cherry tomatoes, cucumbers, spinach, chickpeas, and a drizzle of olive oil and lemon juice. Add a small piece of whole grain bread. Snack: a handful of walnuts and a slice of an apple. Dinner: grilled salmon served with a side of steamed broccoli, roasted sweet potatoes, and a spinach salad tossed in olive oil and balsamic vinegar. Dessert: a small serving of Greek yogurt with a drizzle of honey and a sprinkle of crushed almonds. Why these diets work? What's powerful about these eating plans is their focus on whole, nutrient-dense foods that naturally address specific health concerns. They don't feel like diets in the restrictive sense, they're flexible, flavorful, and sustainable. Whether it's Evelyn stabilizing her blood sugar, Richard lowering his blood pressure, or Margaret rebuilding her bones, these stories show how small, consistent changes can transform lives. Food isn't just fuel, it's the foundation of better health. By embracing these tailored diets, seniors can enjoy meals that not only nourish their bodies but also empower them to live life to the fullest. Social and emotional aspects of nutrition. Eating isn't just about fueling your body, it's about connection, joy, and a sense of belonging. For seniors, food can be a powerful tool to combat loneliness, foster relationships, and bring meaning to everyday life. Let's dive into how cooking, sharing meals, and even gardening can transform eating into an emotionally fulfilling experience. To make it more engaging, here are real-life examples and ideas that highlight the deeper value of food beyond nutrition. 1. Cooking with family or friends, more than a meal. It's a moment. Imagine a cozy kitchen filled with laughter, stories, and the smell of fresh herbs. Cooking with loved ones is more than preparing food, it's about creating memories, strengthening bonds, and sharing traditions. Take Mrs. Helen, who lives alone after her husband passed away. Every Sunday, her grandchildren visit for a family cook-off. They choose a recipe, often a family favorite like chicken stew or homemade dumplings, and everyone has a role. The kids peel vegetables. Helen teaches them her secret spice mix, and her daughter-in-law sets the table. These moments give Helen a sense of purpose and belonging, and her grandchildren cherish the recipes and wisdom she shares. Even for seniors who may not have family nearby, inviting a neighbor over for a potluck dinner or a simple cooking session can brighten the day. Preparing meals together not only lightens the workload but also creates an opportunity for laughter and conversation. 2. Participating in community meal programs, food as a gateway to connection. Loneliness is a silent struggle for many seniors. But food can bring people together. Community meal programs, senior centers, or local potlucks provide not just access to nutritious meals but also a sense of belonging. Consider Mr. Frank, a 78-year-old who rarely left his house after his wife's passing. One day, a neighbor invited him to a senior community lunch program. At first, he was hesitant. But the warm welcome and lively conversation around the table surprised him. Over time, Frank became a regular, eagerly looking forward to sharing meals with his new friends. They exchanged stories, swapped recipes, and even started a weekly soup club, where everyone brought their favorite soup to share. If you don't know where to start, check with local community centers, churches, or non-profit organizations offering senior meal programs. These programs not only nourish the body but also reduce isolation and build friendships. 3. Gardening, growing more than just food. There's something magical about planting a seed, watching it grow, and eventually enjoying the fruits, or vegetables, of your labor. Gardening isn't just a way to grow fresh produce, it's a therapeutic, rewarding activity that nurtures both body and mind. Take Ms. Rosa, who transformed her small backyard into a vegetable garden after retiring. Every morning, she spends an hour tending to her plants, watering tomatoes, harvesting herbs, and pulling out weeds. Not only does she enjoy the satisfaction of growing her own food, but she also loves sharing her harvest with neighbors. Her basil and mint have become famous in her community, and she often trades her produce for their homemade bread or jams. Even if you don't have a yard, container gardening on a balcony or windowsill can be just as rewarding. Imagine growing basil for your pasta, mint for your tea, or cherry tomatoes for a quick snack. Gardening fosters a sense of accomplishment, encourages physical activity, and provides access to fresh, pesticide-free produce. A day of joyful eating. Let's see how these social and emotional aspects can come together in one day. Morning, Rosa tends to her garden, picking fresh herbs and vegetables for the day. She feels a sense of pride knowing her hard work is paying off. Lunch, Frank joins his new friends at the senior center for a hearty bowl of chicken noodle soup. He shares a funny story, sparking laughter around the table. Afternoon, Helen's grandchildren visit, and they bake oatmeal cookies together. She tells them about how she used to make these with their grandfather, and they hang on to every word. Evening, Rosa invites her neighbor over for dinner, serving a salad made with her homegrown greens. Over the meal, they share gardening tips and make plans for a weekend outing. Why this matters? Food is more than just sustenance. It's a way to stay connected, to feel seen and valued, and to create meaningful experiences. For seniors, who may feel isolated or struggle with a sense of purpose, these social and emotional aspects of nutrition are vital. Whether it's a family meal, a community gathering, or the simple act of tending to a garden, these moments remind us that food is as much about nourishing the soul as it is about nourishing the body. Let every bite be a reminder of the connections we share, the stories we tell, and the joy we can create, one meal at a time. Case study, a day of healthy eating for seniors. Let's walk through a day of eating that's not only delicious but also packed with nutrients designed to keep seniors energized, healthy, and satisfied. This isn't just a routine, it's a collection of moments that can turn food into joy, health into a lifestyle, and eating into a celebration. Along the way, Let's explore why each meal matters and how small choices can lead to big results. Breakfast: Greek yogurt with berries and a sprinkle of chia seeds. Start the day with a powerhouse breakfast. Greek yogurt is rich in protein, calcium, and probiotics that promote gut health and strong bones. Add in berries for a burst of antioxidants that protect against aging and boost brain function. Top it off with chia seeds, which are tiny superfoods packed with omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, and protein. Story example: take Ms. Carol, who used to skip breakfast and feel sluggish by mid-morning. After switching to Greek yogurt topped with blueberries and chia seeds, she noticed she had more energy for her morning walks. She even began experimenting with different combinations, like strawberries and a drizzle of honey or raspberries and a sprinkle of crushed almonds. Pro tip: prep your toppings the night before in small containers, so in the morning, all you have to do is scoop and enjoy. This makes it easy, even on busy or groggy mornings. Lunch: grilled salmon with quinoa and steamed broccoli. Lunch is where the magic happens. Grilled salmon is an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acids, which support brain health and reduce inflammation. Quinoa, a nutrient-packed whole grain, provides fiber and protein to keep you full, while steamed broccoli delivers a hefty dose of vitamin C and other antioxidants to strengthen the immune system. Story example: Mr. James, a retired teacher, used to rely on sandwiches for lunch. But after a health scare involving high cholesterol, he embraced grilled salmon as a lunch staple. His go-to meal became a simple plate of salmon, quinoa, and broccoli. Over time, his cholesterol levels improved, and he even began sharing this recipe with friends at his local senior center. Pro tip: marinate the salmon in olive oil, lemon juice, and garlic for 15 minutes before grilling to enhance flavor without extra salt. Pair it with a side of quinoa cooked in low-sodium chicken broth for added taste. Snack: a handful of mixed nuts and an orange. A mid-afternoon snack doesn't have to be complicated. Mixed nuts are packed with healthy fats, protein, and essential minerals like magnesium, which can help reduce muscle cramps and improve sleep quality. Pairing nuts with an orange adds a refreshing touch of natural sweetness while delivering a boost of vitamin C. Story example: Ms. Rosa, who loves gardening, used to snack on chips while working in her backyard. After switching to a small handful of mixed nuts and a juicy orange, she felt more energized and noticed her evening hunger cravings disappeared. Now, it's her go-to snack while she sits on her porch admiring her plants. Pro tip: to avoid overeating nuts, pre-portion them into small bags or jars. A serving size is roughly 1 ounce, about a small handful. Dinner: lentil soup with a side of spinach salad. Dinner should be hearty yet gentle on digestion. Lentil soup is packed with plant-based protein, fiber, and iron, making it a perfect option for seniors. Pair it with a fresh spinach salad tossed in olive oil and balsamic vinegar for an extra dose of vitamins A, C and K, as well as healthy fats. Story example: Mr. Henry, a widower, wasn't used to cooking for himself, but after trying a simple lentil soup recipe his neighbor shared, he was hooked. It became a comforting ritual, and he even started experimenting with adding carrots, celery, and a pinch of cumin for extra flavor. His spinach salad on the side became the perfect light complement to the hearty soup. Pro tip: double the recipe and freeze half for an easy meal on busy days. Lentil soup reheats beautifully and tastes even better the next day. Dessert: A piece of dark chocolate, 85% cocoa. Dessert doesn't have to be skipped, it can be savored guilt-free. Dark chocolate with at least 85% cocoa is rich in antioxidants and has been shown to improve heart health and mood. Plus, it satisfies a sweet tooth without overloading on sugar. Story example, Mrs. Margaret, who has a serious love for sweets, used to end her day with a slice of cake or pie. After her doctor suggested switching to dark chocolate, she discovered she enjoyed the richness and complexity of just 1 or 2 squares. She now pairs it with a cup of chamomile tea, making it a calming end to her day. Pro tip: pair dark chocolate with a handful of walnuts for an added dose of omega-3s and crunch. Why this day works. This day of eating is a masterclass in balance, flavor, and practicality. Every meal and snack is designed to fuel the body, protect against aging, and promote overall well-being, all while being easy and enjoyable to prepare. Whether it's Rosa savoring her nuts and orange, or Henry turning soup making into a new hobby, this plan shows that healthy eating isn't about restriction, it's about celebration. Every bite is a chance to nourish the body and the soul. Seniors who adopt these habits don't just add years to their lives, they add life to their years. Empowering seniors through nutrition, a transformative journey. Aging is not a decline, it's a transformation. A stage of life that brings opportunities to rewrite the narrative of health and well-being. Nutrition is one of the most powerful tools seniors have to shape this chapter. It's not just about what's on the plate, it's about creating a life that's vibrant, connected, and fulfilling. Let's bring this home with practical, inspiring stories and actionable advice. Small steps, big impact. Change doesn't need to be overwhelming. It's the small, consistent choices that make the biggest difference over time. Take Mr. Paul, who felt stuck in his routine of processed frozen dinners. His son suggested one small change, adding a vegetable to every meal. Paul started steaming broccoli while heating his dinners. And within weeks, he began experimenting with simple salads and roasted carrots. Not only did he feel physically better, but he also discovered a newfound love for cooking. Practical tip: start with one simple habit. Maybe it's drinking a glass of water with each meal, adding a handful of greens to your lunch, or swapping sugary snacks for fresh fruit. These changes may seem small, but they can snowball into a healthier lifestyle. Consistency is the key. Imagine Ms. Linda, a retired librarian who wanted to improve her energy levels but didn't know where to start. She decided to focus on breakfast, her most neglected meal of the day. She started each morning with Greek yogurt topped with berries and chia seeds. A change she committed to for just 1 week. Seeing how much better she felt, Linda expanded her healthy habits to lunch and dinner. Today, she feels stronger and sharper than she has in years. Practical tip: stick to one change for a week before adding another. Build momentum by setting realistic goals, like trying a new vegetable each week or preparing meals in advance to avoid last-minute unhealthy choices. It's never too late. Think of Mr. Henry, who started gardening at 72 after his doctor advised him to eat more vegetables. Initially, he planted herbs in small pots on his windowsill. But over time, his tiny garden expanded. Now, he grows kale, tomatoes, and peppers, sharing his harvest with neighbors. Gardening didn't just improve his diet, it gave him a sense of purpose and connected him with his community. Practical tip: even if you're starting later in life, the body is incredibly resilient. Whether it's switching to whole grains, eating more fish, or cutting back on sugary drinks, Every step toward better nutrition has immediate and long-term benefits. The power of personalization. Everyone's journey is different. And that's okay. Nutrition isn't one size fits all. For Ms. Rosa, who struggled with diabetes, her personalized meal plan focused on low glycemic foods like lentils and leafy greens. For Mr. John, who battled osteoporosis, calcium-rich meals with dairy and fortified almond milk became his focus. Each of them worked with a dietitian to craft a plan tailored to their unique needs, and that personalized attention made all the difference. Practical tip: if you're dealing with specific health challenges, consult a dietitian or healthcare provider. They can help you tailor a plan that works for your body and lifestyle, ensuring you get the nutrients you need to thrive. Aging gracefully. Living fully. Imagine waking up every day feeling energized. Enjoying meals that are not just nutritious but also delicious. And sharing laughter and stories over food with loved ones. That's what prioritizing nutrition can bring to the table, literally and figuratively. Your story doesn't end here, it evolves. And with every thoughtful choice you make, you're writing a chapter filled with vitality, connection, and joy. Remember, it's never too late to start. It's never too late to thrive. As you've seen, nutrition isn't just about eating, it's about living. It's about having the energy to chase after the moments that matter, the clarity to cherish meaningful connections, and the strength to face each day with confidence. It's about finding joy in the simple act of nourishing your body, one bite at a time. Whether you're savoring the creamy tang of Greek yogurt in the morning, sharing a hearty lentil soup with friends at dinner, or tending to the herbs growing on your windowsill, every choice adds to the story of your health. And the beauty of this journey: it's never too late to begin. Picture this: a life where food doesn't just sustain you but empowers you, a life where every meal becomes a step toward better health, a sharper mind, and a stronger body. That life is within reach. Start small, be consistent, and trust that each choice you make will ripple into something greater. If you're ready to take the next step, consider working with a dietitian or healthcare provider to craft a plan tailored to you. Because your body is unique, your needs are unique, and your journey to vibrant health should be. 2. Here's to the meals that strengthen us, the moments that nourish us, and the lives that remind us, aging is not about slowing down, it's about savoring every step of the way.